Hey everybody, you are tuned in to Hanging with Here to Zen, the show that is a place for people who love all kinds of music. We really hope you enjoy your time with us today. Make sure you hit subscribe if you already haven't, and hit that notification bell to be kept up to date. We would love to hear from you over on our social media platforms, so just search Here to Zen and you'll find us. Lastly, could you leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify or Google Podcasts, or wherever you're going to be tuning in from? Those reviews help other people to find us, so we appreciate the reviews and the support. Thanks so much for tuning in.
All right.
How are you?
Hey, Andrew, how are you?
I'm good, man.
I'm good.
So, you'll be here really, really soon doing two lots of shows. You got your Gimme shows and you got your solo acoustic shows. So, thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit today to talk about it. I appreciate it. So, how are you? How are you feeling?
Thank you.
With the tour just around the corner.
I mean, I'm feeling great. I always say this, but I mean, going to Australia is like it's like a holiday, really. And going in, with the Gimmes is it's a double holiday.
Exactly.
It's an easy tour. It's really fun, and this is a great bunch of guys in the band, and I mean, I love going there, and my partner's coming with me, so we're gonna have a great time. And yeah, it's just really like I feel like I'm going on a holiday. I really do. It's a vacation. So,
and
thumbs up.
You get to do these solo shows, and your most recent solo album was written during a pretty difficult period in your life. Is it the music that always keeps you going?
No, I don't know. I think the music is a constant, and that there is some catharsis in making music. It's such a generic thing to say. I kind of hate saying that, but there's truth to it. No, I think what keeps you going in life is just having something to look forward to, and the things, people, the animals that you love, and travel's really good. I'm lucky. I've been traveling the last 30 years, and it's a big part of my happiness is just having been lucky enough to meet a lot of people around the world and eat a lot of food around the world, and just I just have I have a really good life, and music is part of it. But I don't know if I couldn't make any more music, it might take a while before I got really depressed. Who knows what would happen? Never done that experiment before. Don't think I want to, actually.
I was going to say, to deliberately get depressed and hope you get a hit doesn't sound like a lot of fun.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But when I think about the songs, the songs on the album, like, to me, they seem like they flowed quite easily, but they did come at quite a cost. So does the term "there's beauty in pain" become an accurate reflection?
Absolutely. That was such a shit year. The way it began was so beautiful. I was in Australia with Lagwagon. We were on tour. It was we came home on the 19th of March. I mean, we barely got out of there. The airports were empty. We had to do some crazy flight. We had to go from Adelaide to Brisbane and then somewhere else in the States. I mean, getting home was like, and those huge airports were empty, well, they're pretty big airports, not as big as Sydney or Melbourne, but yeah, it was just an interesting thing. And so, and then it just went from that to just all this crap. So yeah, it was pretty tough. But once I figured out, okay, I've got all this time. Once I got past, I got really sick and up in the hospital. And once I got past the long haul stuff, the weather was nice. I was in a really beautiful town I live in now. And you get a little bit of a do-over kind of experience when you're sequestered that way. I had my dog, moved in with my mom, and I started riding my bike a lot more and reading books that I hadn't read, and took some piano lessons, learned how to make some things. I I turned it around, and then I just worked on music when I felt like it because nothing was urgent. I got a little relief from the government on some of my bills, so I had virtually no bills because I was living at my mother's house, and yeah, it was a very strange time. Once I got used to the idea of it, I actually thought it was quite therapeutic, the experience. And then I sometimes now, if it weren't for all the suffering of people all over the world with something like a pandemic, there are a lot of times that I say, but that was pretty cool, wasn't it? Just not having to do anything.
Yeah.
Once I was able to embrace that, I was like, hell yeah. I mean, I think I've spent most of my life fine tuning the ability to be an extrovert, but I'm not. I think
Right.
I'm more of an introvert. I like being alone when I can, and I don't spend any time alone. So it was nice in some ways.
What can Australians expect from your solo shows?
It's more intimate than the other things I do. The band shows, there's a little more theater in any kind of band when you play live because you're on a bigger stage and you're separated from the audience a bit. There is synergy with punk rock bands or hard bands, heavy bands like the bands I play in, but you know, it's ultimately there's a greater division. I always make the joke that I'm so small that if the stage isn't too high, they might not even see me, you know.
Yeah.
But for me, it's just super intimate. There's people right in front of me. Uh, I can hear them whispering, and in between songs, it's a bit of comedy and storytelling, and it's. I always look at it as like I'm having a campfire, and I'm the host. They're just hanging out with me, and sadly, I have to play another song for you now. But we'll talk again in 2 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and
So I enjoy it.
it sounds like a lot of fun because I'm a fan of stripped back music. I always think that you hear the actual skeleton of where a song came from on an acoustic
Yeah,
guitar.
man. Me too. Me too. I've always liked hearing acoustic versions of songs that I love already, done by different people, and it's amazing how when you get down to the skeleton of it, as you said, you really get to see the soul of that song, and you kind of get there's this thing like a really great song, and I'm not saying my songs are great, so please don't take it that way, but a really great song can be stripped all the way down to that, and it's still great, and maybe even better. Sometimes it's like, whoa. But yeah, I mean, it's there's certainly a thing when you play by yourself, which I generally do on tour. I have a lot of musicians on my records. The last one I played all the music myself because I was isolated, um, but I can't really afford with the solo thing to bring people on tour. So I tend to just go back to me and a guitar. But the power of it that I realized really early on is that I could stop if I want to stop in the middle of a song. Oh, those lyrics aren't right. Make a joke, play another song. You know what? I don't feel like playing the song. I'm gonna play something else. You can do whatever the hell you want. I could
Yeah.
change the key on the fly. I could go, my voice doesn't feel like singing it in this key. I'm gonna play it here instead. I can change the speed at any given moment in the song. You can really emote that way to exactly how you're feeling at the moment. So there's no chains, and it has an authenticity that is pretty addictive. It's cool. I like it.
And you
It's
also have a
also
whole,
terrifying.
well, you've also got a whole bunch of backing vocalists right in front of you at your disposal.
Yeah, and then there's that. There's like party atmosphere kind of feeling of unity that you get with the crowd if they know the song. And I've had nights where they sing loud enough, I just stop and just let them finish the song. That's happened a few times in my career, and it's like, I mean, you try not to cry, you
Yeah.
feel like you want to call your mom and go, "Oh my God, mom, I've made it." you know, there's some great moments. Yeah. It's just a very different thing from the other things I do. And I'm really fortunate to be able to do all of them, you know?
Now, with you doing double duty down here, how do you switch between solo Joey to Gimmes Joey?
Oh, that's easy. I mean, I don't do a lot of talking in the Gimme Gimmes. The songs are pretty simple. Um, it I just got to put on the threads, the
Yep.
kind of stylish costume of the day, and play these really simple songs that I already love. And Spike does all the real hard work. He's got to sing. I barely have to sing. I do some background vocals, and it's like it's a holiday within a holiday. And so, yeah, as I probably already said that, but yeah, it's just you know it's definitely more nerve wracking to play any other kind of show when it's your own art or your own music. And especially by yourself, you kind of want to nail it, and you notice every little imperfection. The gimmies, it's kind of like it's quantity over quality. We used to say, we give you more notes. In other
Whether
words,
you want to hear them.
yeah, if there's mistakes, you're welcome.
Yeah.
So it's not as precious, and because of that, it's just really great fun.
You could call
Yeah,
the bum notes your VIP package. You got extra.
yeah, VIP. That's really good. That's probably been said at one point or another. I mean, that joke has been going for years, but yeah, it's just cool. And I mean, they're good players in the band always. So everybody's good at their job, and it always sounds good anyway. But
Yeah.
it's just a lot of fun. They're not our songs, so and we're already butchering the song, so it's all uphill from there. It's all easy after
Yeah.
that, I should say, not uphill, downhill.
So I spoke to CJ recently, and I asked him this question. I said, to finish
Oh,
this sentence. So if a Rocket from the Crypt, a Ramone, a Pinch, and two Lagwagons walk into an Aussie bar, finish that sentence.
well, uh, you'd almost have the gimmes because Pinch was in the Damned, and we forgot about Spike there, and there's only one Lagwagon guy. Sorry, I can't help but get hung up on the detail. Jesus, I don't know. Probably a little beer drinking and some funny jokes.
Perfect. Now, at the end of the It Could Be Real clip, it kind of summed up the last few years for me.
Mm.
And I still sometimes find myself trying to explain to others who I am in 2023. So who is Joey in 2023?
Oh, geez, I don't know. I don't know who I am to begin with, really. It's like anybody else, I suppose, being on the other side of what was somewhat a traumatic experience, and also really good thing in many ways. Like I said before, for me, a forced break in the action was a good thing. Um, yeah, maybe it's slightly more well-rounded. Didn't we all have a lot of time to think about the things we do? You
Yeah,
know, I I think everybody got a little bit of a reset button.
I
I know
agree.
I did. I spent a lot of time thinking about what was important to me.
Yep.
Um, so if anything, some difference in my persona would be that I'm driven maybe slightly more specifically by things. Other things, some things that seemed like important to me before are less important now.
Perfect.
That
And
doesn't seem like such a bad thing.
no, it's not. It's a great thing. And as we finish up for today, what do you want to leave all of your Aussie friends with? Final words.
Can't wait to see it. Let's have a good time. I'm excited. I love coming there. It's just I can't wait to see you.
And remember, this
That's
time
it.
you'll
Yeah.
actually get out properly.
Yeah, God, I hope so. I mean, yeah, we're on a good upswing right now. Everything's okay. It's not getting crazy there again.
No,
I
we
mean,
got this shit.
yes, I love hearing that. It's been kind of weird the last few years. You never know. So that's great to hear. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be nice to be somewhere and hopefully not worry about any of that and just have a good time.
Awesome, Joey. Thanks for hanging with me today, and we'll see
Yeah,
you real soon.
sure. Okay,
Thanks, mate.
Andrew. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
man.
Bye.
Take care.